This is On the Porch, RVA, where every episode aims to offer a peek into group dynamics. Our philosophies come from our stories, and our stories diverge and intersect. We agree and we disagree, just observers discussing perspectives on current events and life in the RVA.
So, welcome to the porch. We are on the porch, RVA, and we're just having a wonderful time. I can't tell you how much I enjoy being with these people. I hope that you are able to find people that you like on your porch. If not, grab some more people. Get a new porch. Okay, it's worth doing. It's worth doing, and we're gonna, I'm just gonna do the introductions myself. Evie, my sister for ages. Matthew, I'm not gonna tell you. And Leanne. And, we just wanted to say Happy New Year. And we're going to, share some thoughts about 2023. And our expectations of 2024, and I think what I'd like to do is just I'm going to hand it over. I'm going to start the clock, and if we can just take a few minutes and go around. And Matthew, I want you to go first.
Oh Lord!
And the first thing he's going to say is, "Well, I didn't prepare."
I didn't prepare. Does New Year's happen every year?
And I didn't mean to cheat you of saying Matthew.
I'm still Matthew. What I said was I was going to make it into the toilet next year, but I don't think that's good enough for the camera. I don't know.
I think you need to actually think of things that others will be positively impacted by.
They will be positively impacted by it.
I was just about to say. Or
come to my store. They'll be very positively impacted.
Of public import.
Communicable disease. You love it, Alex. Smiling. We need to smile more and be happier more.
Hey, that's it.
This has been a very rough year. Like, it started rough, and now it's at the end. We're all still doing this. So it's very Pollyanna, but I'm hoping next year we can have less of that. Each year, ever since COVID now, has just felt like, and I think we're all tired of that. So hopefully next year we won't have more. That's all I'll say.
That's all you got?
Yeah, it's either that or the P, so let's go with that.
Yeah, okay. No words. I also did not prepare for this. But we have had time to think about it. I know, but it's like I can think about it. Whole year. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm in healthcare, and I think what I've seen most is like people, once they could like go out and about because COVID was a little more contained, that they just rushed into doing everything, and now everyone's so exhausted. Because that's me.
They did though. They really did rush in.
Like last year was like the year of concerts for us, and this year I'm like, I don't want to see one. Like we saw Trevor Noah in concert, not concert, but in show. But I was like, but you needed the humor. I think, this past year has just been very tiring. There's a lot of like personal growth and like discovery on so many fronts.
That's never the way you want to have it.
Yeah. I think next year I would love to see people being more accepting of others. How did you do with your New Year's resolutions for last year? I don't even think I said anything. I was like, my New Year's resolution last year was to survive, and I'm here, so apparently I have succeeded.
Woo! You start simple.
Big win. Big win. Very big win. No, I am trying to write a book.
So I'm gonna get my mental health back on track and hopefully start doing some of that. But just hopefully that people are just accepting of others and show each other grace and kindness.
Yeah, especially those last two. Someone could say that's Pollyanna, that's simple, but honestly, the grace and kindness really is something people can think about more. Look at social media, look at all that. People have no qualms about saying pretty nasty stuff to people they don't even know.
Yeah.
So that's not Pollyanna, that's a good one.
I'll piggyback off the social media part is just also reminding myself, because sometimes, I get caught up in the same race everyone else does of like comparing their lives to what other people are posting on social media. That's you're only getting maybe not even a half truth. They're not necessarily the happiest people, even though they look like they are.
You don't know what you don't know.
So try not to compare yourself to other people on social media.
The people who are always going places.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we did that. What about you guys?
Yeah.
I think that I did pretty okay with my goals for last year. Last year had some, I just can't believe that 2023 went so fast. Yeah. I was talking with some of my coworkers, and it's like the day is slow, the week is slow, until you're looking at the month, and then the week was fast. And I never thought of time as being so subjective.
It still is.
I never thought of it that way, but it definitely is. And our family has had some losses, but we've also made some gains. We've had some adventures, and I am determined to approach 2024 the same way that I did 2023, and that is with gratitude and hope. And if I keep it nice and vague,
right, can't say you failed at anything.
It's a broad.
I'm gonna keep it really broad. Grateful for everything that I can be grateful for, and hopeful for everything I can be hopeful for.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to put into action a piece of advice that I got from an earlier podcast, which was before you hit the share or the post in social media, you say it out loud. And that has been really good advice. So
yeah, that's really cool.
I have benefited in multiple ways from being involved in this podcast. And thank you all.
Yeah, we can all share that.
Thank you for having been brave enough to get into this little adventure.
Well, thank you all for having us.
Let me propose a toast. Let me do that. It seems like the moment. Two on the porch. RVA.
I didn't spill any.
So many.
A nice tablet there, be ashamed.
And so, what do you think, Evie? What do you think for 2023 and 2024?
Well, I'll be honest. 2023, it was a good year. Like you said, my family's had some losses. I've tried really to also not stay on social media as much. I'm trying to get my mental health in check as well. And
it's a work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
It is.
But I'm really, right now, trying to focus on me for a change. I need to work on my health. Get get the weight off comfortably the way that will work for me, work on my mobility issues. And I'm so tired of seeing people that like to body shame people, others. But in the same breath, you can be 300 some pounds this week, then you a size 2 3 weeks later. So I'm looking at you on Facebook, you all are selling all of this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the hell y'all want to call X, whatever y'all want to call it. I'll pay that later, whatever. But
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I already caught myself. But I'm just to the point now where it's like everybody wants to cash in on everybody else's, what we need to work on for ourselves. But nobody still wants to offer any type of assistance. Nobody wants to step out and create any type of program for low income individuals who need nutrition, who need to help with the obesity issues. And
let's give them some thought.
Yeah, that's. I would really love to have somebody maybe put it out there, offer that information to us, or that would be something. That's going into 2024. That's one of my main goals for me. I don't like to make resolutions because I know I can't stick with it. I'm being honest.
But that's an actual goal.
It is a goal, and I'm working on it.
To a strategy.
Because next year, this diva here is going to be 60. I know. Say it ain't so, but I'm going to that 60 with a bang. So I want to do, I want to get this mobility, So I just don't do resolutions.
Set goals, not resolutions.
Right, and that's what I want.
If you set a goal, if your resolution is to set a goal, then you've done it. It's just a matter of it's going to take some time to get things done. I also need to lose weight, but I have to have surgery first.
Right.
So, I get that.
We're going to put that on the front burner.
And that's another thing we can talk about, a future topic, when you have to do the surgery, but you have insurance and they don't want to cover it.
Well, see, that's a whole nother thing. I want to get to our topic from the bag.
Okay.
Because that's 3 episodes right there. So we had previously drawn the topic of television, how television has changed, looking at VH1 and MTV and what it was then and what it is now. But it also seems appropriate to New Year's Eve. What were you doing as far as TV watching New Year's Eve 20 years ago, 40 years ago? I mean, you just told us how old you are.
Yep, Dick Clark, every New Year's Eve. Sit around the TV with Grandma, Mom and Dad, my sisters. Although we tried to fight. But we sit around the TV with my grandma. And we would watch it right up to the clock, to that ball would drop. So,
to the ball would drop.
And I still watch Dick Clark now every time.
So did Corbin have champagne?
No, we didn't have no champagne. We had got some Coca-Cola or some orange juice. But now, not now. Get champagne, baby, all the way.
All the way. Now we watched the ball drop. We watched Dick Clark. And it didn't seem like there was anything else on. What else was there?
Well, you do have.
You just have like
NBC.
you had like honestly, like I mean,
Jimmy
Dick
Kimmel.
Clark's Rockin' News.
Oh,
Like,
Dick
I mean,
Clark. That's right.
so-
That's right. Dick Clark was out there.
literally just like watch that, but then like you have all these other channels that have the same thing.
Right.
But it's like it changes every year.
Right.
But Dick Clark was like
He was always there.
He was.
he was the sounding board.
America's oldest teenager.
I remember.
was,
I remember
yeah.
there was a news program that was on. Maybe I'm thinking of PBS.
No, you're
Because
right,
it was just 3 channels in
Yeah.
PBS, and then maybe some weird UHF thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the public access, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
No, this was before public access.
oh, you mean back in the day, back
I'm
then.
talking about
Yeah.
the things that the 60-year-olds would know.
That's when
Channel 15.
that's when TV turned off at night. What was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
The flag and the whole
I
thing.
Channel
loved
15,
it.
yeah.
I absolutely loved it because when we were still up and if the TV
Yeah.
did that, then we had accomplished something.
We're really up
We
late.
had
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
accomplished something. And the whole
We're official
family-
night owls.
Yeah.
The night
Yeah.
out, the late night, and the when the family stayed up to watch a movie that was on the late show, it
Right.
was an event.
Right.
It was an event. There was some particular movie that was coming on
Yeah.
that my mom saw in the TV guide, and she said, "Okay, we've got a night where everybody's not going to have to be in bed by bedtime. We're all going to be in front of the TV." Sometimes there would be popcorn. This was before Jiffy Pop days,
Mhm.
so somebody had to actually make popcorn.
Yeah.
But that was appointment TV to my
Yeah.
mind.
Well, I mean, y'all are just making me like think of. There was just one year. I don't know what year. Whatever year Armageddon came out.
1999, I think.
So-
1999.
Yeah. That was like the one New Year's that sticks out to me because I mean, it was my everybody was home. My dad was off work actually, I think, for that year. We watched Armageddon and then we watched the ball drop. But it's like you remember the foods you used to make, like the jalapeno poppers, the mozzarella stick. Like we did the fish sticks too, but
All the fun food.
all like the foods like you really only get like when the Super Bowl comes around or something like that.
The snacky stuff.
Yeah, and so I was like, and that was dinner, or like little bagel pizza bites or stuff like that.
You had to
So
thoroughly junk out.
yes,
Yeah,
like
why not?
that takes me back. But then I remember I boo-hoo cried at Armageddon. Like that was,
I did too. Yeah.
That's the one
and
with,
then Steven Tyler was actually on, I think, doing that song.
Don't Want to Miss a Thing, right?
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I was 1990. I mean, I was 10, 11. So,
Fun fact, that song was written inspired by a conversation the songwriter had with James Brolin, who said he misses Barbara Streisand's husband. He loves her so much, he misses her when they're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that came from.
That's where that came from.
Mm-hmm. The more you know.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Mr. Nerd Corner.
Okay.
Isn't that great?
So,
That's a beautiful thought,
for your
actually.
New Year's Eves, was there something that you recall about New Year's Eve television and family stuff? Or are you ready to make new New Year's Eve traditions? And
Sometimes I think
you
it's more
could chime in
things.
on the VH1 MTV thing.
Sometimes I think it's more things change more than they stay the same. Because, like, I guess new traditions that honestly, back in the day, it was snack food and all the crap that, like you said, junking out. I'm doing that now. It was Dick Clark when I was a kid. It's the same program now. So sometimes I like tradition, like when things don't change. And you're talking about MTV VH1. I don't know. I like when some things don't change. Sometimes I think, like, TV's gotten better. Breaking Bad, Mad Men, really good TV. On the other hand, certain things, like when I was a kid, VH1 was excellent, really good quality TV
They don't make music videos anymore.
Right, it played up to the audience,
Exactly.
and then you watched it all devolve and not really play up to the audience. It wasn't quality stuff. Same thing for like Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I feel like
And the
now,
Weather
like,
Channel was that way too. The Weather Channel was, it was all weather. It was business.
Yeah.
Dedicated, right?
Right.
It was dedicated.
Right.
yeah,
So,
I mean, I feel like with like MTV, VH1, like I miss those days because like you actually can put a visual to the song,
Yeah.
and like now you're lucky to get album art.
Yes.
Like,
Well, that
I
goes
mean,
back
like
to-
Beyonce is, new like album or whatever is her on this horse, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like you like, and not like y'all understand. I love Blink 182,
Yeah.
but their album art is just the simplest
Yeah.
thing you can think of, and I'm like,
How long are you supposed to look at it?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's literally you see it in passing, and you know what it is,
Right. Right.
of course. But I mean, it's also their first one in how long?
It's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been, what, 10 years at least?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like you have
Yeah.
Gorillaz, which their album art, I will say,
Oh, yeah.
is it's like you can study that for hours.
Yes.
But like I don't know, I miss like the mini movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
felt like that's what it was. It was a
Right,
mini
it was.
movie,
It was.
Yeah,
like
look at something
a
like
quick
Thriller. that's
short
exactly-
story.
Right.
It's a short
Exactly.
story.
Exactly.
And
With an art and motivation.
Mm.
like there's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean, even if it didn't really match up with the song, where if you had the little video was one
Right.
thing, and the lyrics of the song were actually something completely different.
But I also like the part too. Like I mean, I'm a person that loves to dance, so like I love to see the new dance moves and just like I don't know, like even the fashion part of it is like now it's like okay, so you see them in concert. Like not everyone can go see Taylor Swift in concert. Not
Right.
everyone can go, see fill in the blank.
Yeah,
So.
Television is not so much in the center of our lives as it used to be. I think
Yeah, 'cause
they
it's all on our
lost
phone.
That they need to
They're
work a little
streaming
harder.
and
Yeah. Y'all ready
gaming.
for me to pull a topic for next time?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because we draw the topic. Oh, hush. We know. Thank you, Producer John. I know you're telling me the same thing. We're drawing a topic for the next time we get together, and we will not talk about it at this time. We will think about it for 2 weeks, but we will not talk about it.
Gotta wait a
until
whole
we
year to
get
talk about
together.
this?
You have to wait until next year to talk
Oh.
about it. And it says, on the note on the outside it says I'm still not buying one, so no. Deep Run High School has a female football player now. Does that make you more likely or less likely to buy a ticket?
Ooh,
Okay,
time to get the bid already.
so everything that's in the bag we all agreed to talk about. This has nothing to do with the champagne. Honestly.
I'm like this all the time.
Honestly. So, on that note, bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
On the Porch RVA is produced by John Hunley, and your host is Tracy Hunley. It's featuring Matthew Sporn, Leanne Whitlow, and Yvonne Corbin Wilkerson. Join our community on Facebook and Instagram. Video of these episodes is on YouTube and Rumble. Email us at tomatlh@outlook.com. On the Porch is a 2023 Toma Studios production.